looking for revenge, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
indeed.
bet you are. I bet
Yeah,
you are. That's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
understandable. That's understandable.
Hmm.
All right, man. Let's dive into. I got a lot. I want to address a couple things real quick. Make sure you are liking this video, that you're subscribed to the channel. I dropped Law Nation's link also in the description. You guys know YouTube was hating on your boy until November
Yeah.
16th. I'll be back in action. But if you want to send super chats until then, at least on this show, you can go to Law Nation's channel if you feel the need to drop some money Law Nation's way. We'll get those super chats taken care of. Uh,
Yes.
Also, fellas, man, I've been trying to switch something up real quick. I feel like, we have a lot of people that tune into these shows, and we're going to talk a lot of Niners and Cowboys in just a
Hmm.
second. But I feel like it's important to address a couple things in regards to life. So I'm going to start doing this thing every show at the beginning, real quick, a little positive ponder. I want everybody to understand that nobody is going to rescue you. You got to do that. Your happiness, your mental, your
Hmm.
physical, financial health comes first, and it's entirely up to you. Nobody's gonna come save you. You got to save yourself, and it's okay to be a little selfish, a little self care. You have to. You can't help anybody else until you help yourself first. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna start every show with a little positive message like that, man. What do you guys think of that message?
Man, I don't like it at all, man. I love it. I love it, bro. I
Yeah.
love it. And I use talking sports as a clarity of mind to escape from the outside world. You know, we don't
Yeah.
have any control of these games versus the 49ers versus the Cowboys, but we do have control of our fandom. And this is a team that I grew up loving. My brother can contest to that.
Yeah.
And this is what I do. This is like therapy to me. So some days, man, when people say, "Hey, Law, why you go live for so long?" Because I'm going through something. You know what I'm saying? I use this as a therapy session because I get a chance to talk to people all over the globe about the Cowboys or about sports in general. I had fans all the way in Germany, Canada. I got
Yeah.
fans of Brazil and people just looking for content. I got people who can't even stand the Cowboys, but they tune in every single day. And it's
Hmm.
just like a therapy session, man, that I'm the counselor, or sometimes I sit down in the chair and people give me their thoughts and mine. So yes, mental health, mental clarity is everything, and it helps you get out of the low ends of life. So yeah, that's a great way to start the show, Ryan.
I
G.
appreciate you.
Yeah.
And physical health. I had a boy. I'm 44. My best
Mhm.
friend growing up just had a stroke at
Well,
44 years old. So take care of your physical health, your mental health, take care of your financial health. Make sure you happy
mhm,
first. Otherwise, you can't help nobody else. That's what I
mhm.
want to start the show off with. And it's also very humbling. I want to say this is very humbling that people tune in to listen to what I got to say. And I know you guys feel the same way. So thank you all for being here. The
All
chat is
right.
active as hell right now.
Oh yeah.
Um, I don't even know how much I'm gonna be able to dive into it because it's so active, but I appreciate y'all. If you want to send super chats, hit them on Law Nation's channel until November 16th. Then you can come do it over here.
Yes,
All right,
indeed.
fellas. Twin, how you doing over there, twin?
Hey man, I'm paying attention and listening to what you guys said, man. A positive affirmation
Uh-huh.
or just a positive mentality when you first wake up in the morning is a very important thing. Physical, mentally, and spiritually, man. You got to take care of yourself. We all know what's going on in this world today, and sometimes you got to find solace within oneself. Can't always reach out to other individuals to try to find that peace. You know what I'm saying? And so I think
Yeah.
you hit it right on the head in the morning. In the old school, they say give yourself your first fruits. So wake up in the morning, man, and do a little self-love. Give yourself 10 to 15 minutes to just, hey, love on you, man. Just sit there and be appreciative, man. Gratitude, okay? Just have gratitude about whatever it is in life, and then we go forward. So that's all I gotta
Mhm.
say on, you know what I mean?
Yes, indeed.
Absolutely. And Bear 24 probably from Law's channel says that we as men need to get checkups. Yeah, man. Don't think. I
Yeah.
mean, nobody really checks in on men. You got to check in on you got to check in on yourself, man. That's
Yes,
fact.
indeed. Get them checkups, man. You know what I'm saying? Yes, indeed.
Absolutely. In every way. All right, man. Let's talk. I want to get your opinion, Law, because I find it interesting to get opinions of people outside the 49ers fan base on things. And one of them is Brock Purdy, man. What do you think about Brock Purdy from afar?
A protector of the ball, a guy that don't make a lot of mistakes, and he fits right on into a system that works for him. I tell people all the time, man, it's all about the system you go to, right? And he's starting off in a system like the West Coast system, like what Kyle Shanahan's do. And Kyle Shanahan is now all of a sudden, he's the quarterback whisperer. You know, if you think about it, if you go all the way back to Matt Ryan's career, he had his best careers with Kyle Shanahan. And if you go back to what Jimmy Garoppolo was able to do, he had his best careers with Kyle Shanahan. And now you got Brock Purdy, who's on a unbelievable start to his season. He's not Mr. Irrelevant anymore because he's very much so relevant. So I look at him as a guy that everything don't have to fall on his shoulders. They got a good run game. Y'all play great defense, by the way. So I look at Brock Purdy as you gonna have to figure out a way to get him off his marks because he getting the ball out quick. I think it's less than 3 seconds, less than 0.2 of a second, something like that. He got crazy ball get off because of the way West Coast is broken down. Touchdown to check down. If the check down ain't there, throw the ball away or run, tuck it and run and get some positive yards off of it. And that, my friend, is everything. And Brock Purdy is benefiting from that. So I think that he's a great leader in that aspect.
Where would you rank him, like roughly? You don't have to give me like an exact number, but just like, do you see him as like a top 15, top 10, top 20? Like, where do you see Brock Purdy as a quarterback?
Man, you know, at this point, I get it. You know, right now, I still fall Brock Purdy under this.
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns, but there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
Yeah. We just don't know, man. Either he can excel and continue on this pace, or he can be the Mark Bozier, you know, of the worlds. And Mark Bozier was the guy who stood in and took over Kurt Warner's spot, right? So I'm looking at it like this. We will have to see him at his low before we can crown him as a high top 10 or 15 quarterback. At this point, we don't know because he haven't been rattled yet. And granted, you know, he managed to figure out ways to win. And at this point, I'm not calling the brother lucky, but it's better to be lucky than good right now because even though, and I don't like to use this stat line for your mind, but he is one of the #1 quarterbacks on possible turnovers that didn't occur. You see what I'm saying?
He's number six in turnover worthy plays. Yeah,
turnover worthy plays. So he's topping those type of categories. So I mean, but you can't fault the system. Kyle Shanahan is a hell of a coach to be able to put him in comfortable situations, and that's all I'm gonna say with that. So I'm gonna say is just wait. I don't want to crown him. It's too. In the words of Bill Parcells, put the anointing oil away. Right. So that's just what I'm gonna do with him. But he's a good quarterback. I ain't throwing no shade or salt at him.
Yeah, I mean, you bring up a good point, so I want to get your take on this too. Did y'all watch the game last night? Like, so I was ready to write off Justin Fields like 3 weeks ago, but the last 2 weeks, the man's been doing his thing, and he looked great, man. Last 2 weeks, Fields has been doing his thing, so it's a good point. You really can't write guys off yet, right, Twin? Like, what do you think about that? Did you watch Fields last night?
For sure, yeah. Me and my brother, man, we did a live show. We watched the game, did play-by-play, and watch the Fields. And again, you can see a quarterback who's been dropped in certain systems, like the Chicago Bears, who've been in flux since they let go of Lovie Smith. They went from a perennial playoff team to now the franchise has just took a nosedive. And so when you go to an organization similar to the 49ers that have been on the up and up, you come into a culture that's already set. You know what I mean? It's similar to how somebody say you come into family money or you come into the family business. So therefore the business has already established itself. It already has a A+ grade by the BBB, you know what I'm saying, the Better Business Bureau. And so when you hop in that thing, you know what I'm saying, you already are in a room full of excellence, or anyway. So like Brock Purdy comes into a situation where, again, this is no hate, no slander, nothing of that nature. The system was already in play. Yeah. Jimmy Garoppolo was in there. People said, look at his winning percentage, he won. So they said, the fans say, okay, well, he's good. He's been doing what he needs to do, but the defense has been stifling and the running game has been superb. We go, he's not just good enough when when we face against better competition, we start to see some of the chinks in the armor. We go, we get Brock Purdy. Now, luckily for us, every team that we played against thus far, I think we've been probably the favorite in that situation. I think our roster has been top 3 over the last 5 years without injuries. I think our roster is up there. Our coaching, far as defensively, we've seen multiple guys from our defensive side go out there and be head coaches. You see what's going on in the Jets, and what's going on in Texans as well. And then not only that, we've seen guys who left his system in a McVay and also a McDaniels and also a LaFleur in Green Bay who had consistency in winning. So the culture is not only in the San Francisco 49ers, but those who had left that umbrella have been teams that are what we consider good teams thus far. And so I got to sit here and contextualize those things. And when I evaluate what Brock Purdy is doing, when you go and you see a guy like Jimmy Garoppolo, who we at 49ers fans say was playing some suspect ball,
right?
McCaffrey, his turnovers just disappear. Sorry for the noise, man. The turnovers disappear. And then all of a sudden he becomes like what we thought he should have been from the get-go. Yeah. And so then when he leaves and get hurt, we see Brock Purdy come in, he kind of picks out right there where he left off. So I'm just saying we have played against decent opponents so far. The only team that we played that was really good was the Cowboys. We saw that we only scored 19 points. I know a lot of people talk about the Seattle last year in the playoffs, but we thought Seattle was going to be a bottom 10 team. We thought Seattle wasn't going to be as good as they turned out to be last year. And so did we beat them? Yes, but we thought they was going through a rebuild with Geno Smith. A lot of people who are 49ers fans like to point at the Seattle game, but then they'll sit there and say Geno ain't really Geno. You know what I mean? They'll sit there and say, well, Geno ain't really as good as we think he is. And so the only team we really had difficult with was the Cowboys. And I like to sit here and say, what do we look like against the upper echelon teams, the top 5, the top 10 teams? I like to evaluate even the quarterbacks. How do you look against these teams as well? Because we know the playoffs is pretty much guaranteed, you know what I'm saying, without big injuries. So I want to see how we measure ourselves up against these teams. That doesn't mean Brock ain't killing. That doesn't mean he's not efficient. I just like to have a little more data when it comes to my conclusion of Brock Purdy.
Yeah, and the data's still being built, man. And like you said with Brock Purdy, how many times he played the same team twice, right? And it wasn't a real walk in the park versus the LA Rams. I saw that game, by the way, and he played pretty, hey, what was that? Hey, give me that moment. Can you continue to shine? So I would just say, like, the jury is still out on Brock Purdy, not to take away from what he's doing. Hey, success is success. But sometimes you got to measure it. And as far as what you were talking about, system and going into the right system and scheme and philosophy, I just thank God that y'all didn't draft Justin Fields. You see, because that dude in the 49ers uniform and going through Kyle Shanahan's system philosophy juxtaposed to Eberflus over there, hey, it would have been crazy times for us Cowboy fans looking at Justin Fields in the doggone red and gold over there.
The narrative would have been a lot different on Justin Fields right now if that was the case, for sure. Yeah. All right. What about Dak, man? Like, if you're looking at Brock and Dak this year, right? Brock, I mean, Dak, I think a lot of Niner fans underestimate Dak. I personally don't. I think Dak is a very talented quarterback. But if you look at Dak and Brock right now, this year, who's playing better?
Far as I heard MVP talk to Brock Purdy, right? And I get that Dak is not going to get that for right now. It's still too soon. If Dak Prescott continued to just be conservative the way he's throwing the ball, I like that aspect of it. I don't think that he have to force anything because of the way the defense is playing. So Dak Prescott, hey, let him be him. But as far as Brock Purdy, I get it. People haven't seen him fall yet, so it's a situation whereas he goes into a spotlight, whereas he looks like he got no blemishes on him. So yes, Purdy right now, opposed to Dak Prescott, is playing better based off of those things that I just mentioned. The hey, he haven't thrown an interception yet, right? And y'all red zone percentages is still pretty good up there at the tops of the NFL. And then you guys technically, according to PFF, got the number 2 offense in the National Football League. That goes to the quarterback, regardless of who's really the force multiplier is in CMC. And that's just how that goes too, right? Yeah. With the year, look, I tell people all the time, the year John Elway, it took him forever. He didn't win the Super Bowl until he had yellow teeth. But what they did, Twin, what they did, they went and got Terrell Davis, you know what I'm saying, play good defense. But the quarterback still going to get all of the shine, the glory, you know what I mean? So when I hit this button right here, y'all already know what it goes for when you say this thing.
Spartans! Prepare for glory.
The quarterback gonna get the glory no matter how you win, and that's what I'm trying to tell most of the people. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if our defense is scooping and scoring touchdowns. At the end of the day, the quarterback gonna get the shine. So let's go. Let's win. You know, with defense.
That's how it works. That's how
it is.
Speaking of quarterbacks, I want to get your take on this just because I'm curious. Y'all got a quarterback by the name of Trey Lance on the roster right now.
True.
I'm just curious. I mean, he's pretty much irrelevant. He's like your QB3 at the moment. He's not on the Niners no more. But I am curious because he was a big deal, at least as far as the talk going around the 49ers. What are the thoughts on Trey Lance for you guys over there? How do you guys see him? Is there any expectations? What do you think the Cowboys are going to do with him? Are they going to really develop this guy? Is he going to play for the Cowboys, or what's going on with Trey Lance in your opinion?
According to the beat writers and local staff there, they saying that he's still picking up the playbook. And also, he's one hell of an insurance policy. You know, I would never, we talked about mental health and awareness. I would never dog anybody for purchasing life insurance, right? Mm-hmm. This is for the future. So Dak Prescott, hey, you got a $59 million cap hit. So the Cowboys are not foolish. They need to know whether or not, before they extend Dak Prescott, can he go far into the playoff? Can we make it to the Super Bowl and beyond? And I know that that's kind of like, hey, why would you put all of those stipulations on Dak Prescott at this point? Well, that's just what anybody would do. You know, you just can't go in there and say, okay, I'm going to purchase this house. And the underwriter's going to say, hey, well, what you got is collateral, right? So you got to have something for collateral. And right now, the Cowboys are doing a great thing about it because we paying dog food money for Trey Lance right here. Yeah. Trey Lance got unbelievable potentials, right? So he got a strong arm. He's mobile. He's 6'3.5", close to 6'4". The dude can run and he can throw. He's great with accuracy. So there are small things that he had to work on, far as average games played, right? He have a long resume of that. And on top of that, picking up the system and the philosophy that we got over here. So now you don't have to rush him. You can just sit back and he can pick up the playbook, learn all what he can from Cooper Rush and Dak Prescott. And then next season, right around Oxnard time, when we go to training camp, they can still, release everything out to this brother to compete. And it could be just this. Cooper Rush may be gone, and Dak Prescott QB1 and QB2 will be Trey Lance.
Hey, from my take, just so you guys know, for the Cowboy fans watching on your channel right now, I was a big proponent of Trey Lance, man. I think he has all the potential in the world. He just lacks the playing time. So he's going to have to find a situation where he gets that opportunity and go out there and play. I don't know if he's going to find on Dallas or not. We'll find out. But that's what he needs. I feel like if Trey Lance actually gets an opportunity, like if he played as many games as Justin Fields has, I think Trey Lance would be pretty damn decent right now. That's just my take. So I think you guys did really well getting him for a fourth rounder. So we'll see. Yeah. But hey, right. But that's kind of here nor there right now, right? We ain't gonna see Trey Lance play anytime soon.
Hey, before you go further, I bet you the Giants would have said, damn, I wish they would have said over fourth round draft pick for Trey Lance. How's Daniel Jones doing right about now? The Giants fan. Yeah, I see y'all in the chat. How Daniel Jones doing right now? So Trey Lance, hey, let the man develop and continue to grow. I guarantee you his ceiling is higher than Daniel Jones. Keep going.
I feel the same. All right, man. Who are we sleeping on the Cowboys? And Twin, you can tap in too, but I'm curious, who are we sleeping on? We all know the big name guys, right? The main dudes, but are we sleeping on somebody? Who should we be looking at a little closer?
Oh, well, far as our team, Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard, the last time he finished the game, we won the game versus the 49ers. And that was in the year 2020. We had Tony Pollard out there, and he was explosive. He was a guy that was able to do the underneath routes to kill y'all underneath. I think that the last two visits, we didn't give a good dosage of Tony Pollard. He was hurt the last game. And then in 2021, he only touched the ball for 4 times. And then in that series, when we highlighted Tony Pollard, we were able to score in 2021. Our biggest impediment in that year was the offensive coordinator. I know Twin is about to say, well, here's Law with all of the bevies of excuses. God, no, I'm going to get in front of it before you say it. Don't be smiling over there with that smirk on your face. Come on, man. I know you're about to say it. But you utilize Tony Pollard in this particular offense versus your defense because you guys are very patient. You guys don't blitz as much. You guys make sure that you play good zone cover defense and you allow the opposition to make their mistakes. And when you look back at the LA Rams game, it was the ultimate decision that Matthew Stafford made when he threw the ball in the middle of the field to their running back, and he played volleyball with it, and that changed the pace and the momentum of the game. I think they were up 10 to 17 on y'all. I think they was up by 7 points on you guys. But you guys don't rush it. You allow the opposition to make the mistake, and then y'all capitalize off of it. If we play carefree football and feed Tony Pollard to open up the pass, it'll be a long night for the Niners. So that's the person that you guys may be sleeping on is Tony Pollard.
So I'm gonna get two takes on it, and Leon Ware brings this up, and I'm not sleeping on him, Leon, because I've been checking him out. He leads the Cowboys with interceptions, 3 interceptions right now. Can you talk about Darren Bland? Before you do that, though, I also want to get your take. My neighbor's a Cowboys fan. I'm surrounded by Cowboys fans for some reason. One of my best friends, like they're all Cowboys fans.
We worldwide, baby.
I don't get it. But here's the thing: like Deuce Vaughn, man, I heard he's a threat. Is that accurate information?
Well, he was a threat in preseason. I'm going to say this right now. I like Deuce Vaughn, but the way we utilize him, I think that he's a change of pace guy. I think that he brings a lot to the table in that light, but he's still a rookie. When we get into the red zone, we don't have to get cute and go horizontally. I want us to go vertically. And there's a guy by the name of Hunter Lukey on our team that kind of remind us of your version of Kyle Juszczyk, right? And he is a guy that can go north and south. He's our fullback. I call him 40 ounce. And that's the guy that you guys may have to look at come Sunday night when we get down inside the red zone there.
Give me his name again. Who you talking about?
40 ounce.
Hunter, he went to NDSU. He played with Trey Lance.
He's a rookie, right?
Yeah,
he
rookie.
Came out.
Yeah,
I wanted the Niners to look at him, man. But talk to me about Bland, and then we got a super chat I'll get to in a second too. But talk to me about Bland, man. He's leading you guys with interceptions with 3. Is that just because they're picking on him, or is he just that nice?
It's a mixture of both. I think that DaRon Bland is our most physical DB in the backfield. He's a sub 4.3 guy, 4.4 guy. He is a physical corner, 6'2". He's long. He got strength, and he got unbelievable recovery speed. He's a good hitter. We missed him in that Cardinals game playing as the slot guy inside. Because what happened here is when you try to run off to the edges there, he come down the field. Foresight, he's not even going to think about it. He wrap tackle and lay the shoulder, whatever it needs to be done. So by him being now on the outside, he's still that dude, right? But we may have a little drop off with Jordan Lewis because he's like 5'10 and a half, 5'11 on a good day, depending on the cleat size, right? Yeah. So he's going to make the business decision on whether or not he come down the field. But Lou, no shade at him. He's a little scrappy too, but it's not the same kind of caliber. DaRon Bland in that Cardinals game, as much as we got toasted a little bit, he only allowed 2 catches and 25 yards, right? And then the next week he said, okay, I'm comfortable now. Hey, if you try Mac Jones to throw the ball here, I'm going to let you know that I'm covering this person. And hey, I'm all on top of you like a cheap suit, like a silk sucker suit at that. And that's exactly what he did against the opposing team. So DaRon Bland, I would love to see him. Yeah.
And he's going to be matched up on Ayuk. He's gonna be on.
I would love to see him on Ayuk because Debo, yeah, I like Debo, but I think that my guy Stephon Gilmore can at least slow that down. I just don't want Stephon Gilmore on a quick twitch guy like a Brandon Ayuk who can take the field vertically and take the top off. So yeah. DaRon Bland, don't sleep on him. He's my dog.
All right, 20. I want to see. We got a super chat from Law's channel. It says, hey, I have a question for Ryan and Twin. What do y'all think about Diamador Lenore? You think he a liability? Because the stats I saw looks like. I want to get you to answer this question first.
Let's be honest in evaluating cornerbacks, man. This is one of the hardest positions to play in the National Football League. When people say give up like a liability, these guys going to go out there and play 55 to 60 some snaps. And if they give up 1 to 3 plays, that doesn't mean they're horrible. It just means it's football. You got some great guys on the other side of the goddamn field. So you got a CD Lamb, who is a perennial, almost perennial all-star. You got a guy like Brandon Cooks, who has 6 to 7 years in a row of 1,000 yards. You got somebody like Michael Gallup, who was a for sure number 2, got paid good money for his towards ACL or MCL a couple of years ago. So at the end of the day, you got some really good, talented players. So you're going to get caught on. You're going to see some things, because at the same time, people say De'Armond Lord could give up maybe a liability. Even our big guys, like last year, Hufanga missed a lot of tackles.
He did.
Over pursued. So, like, it's not, I mean, it happens. But at the same time, we don't give up really, really big plays. I think if you look at our stats, we only gave up one play that was beyond 20+ yards in passing. So, and that just happened last week. I trust the fact that he's going to be sticky. I trust the fact that he's going to be a tackler. I trust the fact that he's going to communicate. And if he does get beat once or twice, I understand that you're playing against CD Lamb, who was a first-round draft pick, a top 20 pick as well. And I think it was a number 2 wide receiver to go off in his draft. So don't look and hold your head down if somebody like CD Lamb get you for a play or two. The whole thing is to be forgetful, to have amnesia out there as a cornerback, turn around and try to make another play. So does I think he can get got? Possibly, but at the same time, I trust his ability to shake it off and go out there and be the hyena that he is.
Yeah, and I'll speak on a little bit too. De'Armond Lenoir, I think he's leading the team in tackles right now, believe it or not. But here's what's going on with the defense. Wilkes has these corners playing off. They're playing soft coverage. They're letting everything happen in front of him, and then he's making the tackles. He's coming up making the tackles. He also has 1 interception, but I don't see the Cowboys burning any of the 49ers DBs, because the way we play defense, where we get after it with the front 4 and then we keep everything in front of us. It's a little softer than I anticipated. I thought they're going to be playing more like man, press coverage than they are this season, but it's more of like bend don't break type of defense. And I noticed that Dak Prescott is actually dinking and dunking his ass off this year. It's different from what he's done in the past. So I feel like he's going to be able to get off what he's been getting off, because he's throwing these short, quick passes this year, more so than he has in the past. And the 49ers defense, if they play the same way they've been playing, that stuff will be available. So we'll see if they switch it up or not. But I think that's why Lenoir is getting the people are passing on him, but it's because the coverage is so soft. But he's making the tackles, and that's really what I think he's being asked to do.
In the style and brand of defense that you guys play, Lenoir still covered with Gibson over the top, so he's Gibson still over the top, right? He's still on that team, right?
Oh yeah,
he's still over the top, but at the same time, Gibson is not the most athletic individual,
right? At
33 years old. So even though he's playing over the top, somebody who got some real burners.
But they do. Roof. Hey, just stay on the roof, and then on the hash, he cheats on Lenoir's side. So that's phenomenal. And then y'all get away with the first look of Hufanga. He's up there. Every lineup, y'all want y'all to watch the defense. And I know y'all two know, but the Niners, them 2 boys up top, and then Hufanga the whole time, his first steps is forward. He's coming down to be on that 4th side to stop the run. And I like that kind of defense, because the look that you guys giving is saying, hey, you throw it deep, we got you, because we still playing variation shades of quarters or two shells or what have you. So we embrace the run. We want you guys to run, but this also spells that, hey, you trust Fred Warner, you trust Dre Greenlaw to get there, and you trust your front 4. So by you not bringing an extra guy down to blitz, and by Hufanga, that damn dude keep moving around, you don't know whether or not he's going to blitz or he's going to fall back. You know what I'm saying? So that robber role for him is wonderful. It's working for you guys. So when people say Lenoir is the weak link out of the bunch, I don't blame them. Now what's going on with your other DB? Because I heard he's hurt or something like that. Can y'all break that down?
That heel. No, go ahead, Twin.
Nah, he's been dealing with this since the offseason, man. He has a heel issue, and I think they're trying to manage it. It's one of those things that's linger, where it needs a lot of time to kind of get heal up. So this has been going on for a minute. He's been playing with it. And a lot of times you see him he'll man up sometimes. And it's another reason why they probably play the coverage that they do play, because if you are playing man and he has to turn his back and run down the field on consecutive drives, you don't want to injure that. So that doggone zone helps him out too as well, where everything is in front of him. He don't have to always turn his hips and just try to push off and using that heel to grab it, to
Right.
generate energy or generate force and run up the field. So I think this defense is not only protecting our corners in a way, but you want them to stay healthy, because anybody who wants people to play man all day, like man coverage all day, bro, listen here. You can play man coverage and the ball not coming your way, but you are running and gunning the whole time hard as heck. And that's it's a lot on the body. That's why the cornerbacks are one of the most best conditioned athletes out there. And so I think the guy who we do have now, Wilkes, he plays that cover, that soft zone. I've seen him go man though. He has manned up quite a few times this year, and people fail to realize that last year D'Amico Ryans played zone a lot too. He played a lot of soft zone. We saw on third downs and longs. I think we was one of the teams that gave
drop
up
7. You dropped 7 on them.
And it's amazing how people forget last year how they was crying about D'Amico Ryans giving up all the soft zone on third downs and not playing tight coverage, but now all of a sudden it's just Wilkes. And so I like to look and laugh at these people like, really, you know what I'm saying? Because at the same time, we was crying about this issue with D'Amico Ryans. So it's not nothing new with our defense that our defensive coordinator do these things, you know what I mean? So I just want to throw that out there, you know.
Yeah, we played against some variations of Wilkes. He was over there for the Carolinas team, and it's a situation whereas if you're going to move the ball on them, it's the middle of the field. It's your tight end taking seam routes. And if your tight end can't get open because of Fred Warner, or I trust throwing the ball on Dre's side, Greenlaw side, if he's out there. But if it's a situation that if you want to attack the weakness of the 49ers, it'll be sink hook in the middle of the field, running the opposite way of doggone Bosa. Don't let him start getting there. Some people say run at Bosa, you know, but just run at him then. Hell, just run at him then, you know, get him turned and then see whether or not you can grace it with that and see if you can get the game that way so that you guys can get off of those soft cover zone looks and see whether or not we can press you guys. And this should be a situation that we should take advantages of that, because I think Hufanga, if there's any impediment to his game, is coverage. He's great in run support, but he kind of like in the middle of the place with coverage, although he can pick the ball off if you try him wrong. But those are the things that I witnessed. And for right now, Twin, maybe you can break this down, but Fred Warner, he already have 8 missed tackles this season. What's going on with him? Because he's normally don't miss tackles. What's going on with that? What's going on with it?
Hey, man, again, I tell people it's okay to critique one of your best players. I know a lot of people like to turn the blind eye to him because he has the reputation that he has, but we got to be real. We look at the film. If y'all want to call out Diamador Lenore or Ambry Thomas for missing, you know, deep passes and so on and so forth, when Fred Warner has the ability to have a tackle for loss and he over pursues and misses that tackle, and the guy like James Conner going to run the ball for 5 to 6 yards, now you have another rep where they can call a deep play. And I think he's just been overly pursuing a little bit this year, not necessarily wrapping up. I think we've seen over the last 2 years, Fred leave his feet on tackles a lot of times, and he's doing that like that lion kind of coming across, and he just tackles somebody. But at the same time, that speed, you got to make sure you're timing just right, because you're going to tackle from up top. And I think a lot of times this year, his timing hasn't been perfect. So he has missed a couple tackles, but that doesn't mean he's not there. One of the things that we do well is our team speed, and we swarm very well. So whenever he does miss a tackle, he does throw the guys off a little bit. And because he is throwing them off a little bit, Dre Greenlaw comes quickly. You see that guy with all the pushy hair or the fluffy hair coming real fast like Talanoga Hufanga, and he's coming right out there too to hit the guy. So though he's missing some tackles, I believe today or this Sunday, he's going to make sure he's not missing tackles, because he had the best game of his career last year against the Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott. Y'all remember this right here, right?
Man, it's okay.
Y'all remember, see. Y'all remember this, right?
Fred's gonna be all right. I think your tight end, he needs to take the day off. Tight end might need to take the day off over in Dallas, but Fred's gonna Fred. And then one thing too, real quick, we're talking about the coverage from the DBs on the Niners. I think it's important to, you know, maybe Cowboy fans don't realize this, maybe Niner fans don't realize this, but the Niners only gave up one pass past 20 yards in the air. So that stop zone is working, keeping everything inside. They only gave up one pass past 20 yards in the air. So I would expect a lot of short, quick passes. It seems like that's what Dak's been doing all year right now. Anyways, that's what Brock does majority of the time. Anyways, so I think we're going to see that plus the run game. And I want to talk to you about the run game. But before I do that, real quick, we got some super chats. But before we get to the super chats, we got Jim Everett, who's a Rams fan who tunes in from time to time, and I appreciate it. But I was wondering, Law, you got some kind of sound for this statement right here? He said the Rams are America's team.
Yeah, I got something for him. You know, because how in the world they gonna be America's team? You know, I can't even find it because he's talking some crazy stuff, man. But hey, can you read what he said one more time just so I can be on cue with what he said? Can you say it one more time?
Jim Everett the Great says the Rams are America's team.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
Ain't no way, bro.
Hey, also, fellas, man. Hey,
Come
listen,
on,
I got
man.
some. Before you guys move on, I want to also give the defense of the 49ers still some props because people saying, you know, Steve Wilson, what it is that he's doing. Most explosive plays allowed in the 2023 season. Listen, rushing yards 10 plus, we only allowed 3. Passes 20 plus, like my man said, 1. And explosive plays, we only allow 8 of them. And if you look at this chart, we are at the very bottom. We are the last team right beside Baltimore and Detroit. All these other teams have double-digit explosive plays. Some of these teams have double digits in passing above 20 and multiple above rushing as well. So even though we can still see areas of improvement, we're still have one of the defense that does not allow big plays in the run, in the pass, and really like deep explosive plays as well. So again, things that we can continue to correct, but at the same time, what we're doing now is definitely above league average.
Yes, sir. All right, I'm gonna get you this way. Who wants to answer this one first? All is well taps in and says, "What are the weaknesses, if any, on both teams?" And I was gonna get to this, so it's a good transition. Who wants to cover this one first?
Oh, okay, go ahead, Twin. You go first, man, because you know, I'm looking up something though. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
In my opinion, I think the weakness of both teams. I'll have a better answer after we play against some really good opponents. I believe, like, just again, like I said earlier in the conversation when we hopped on, rosters wise, I think on all 3 levels, we're good. Besides our offensive line, which is quite shaky, that'll be one of the biggest issues we do have. So whenever we play against an upper echelon team who have, say, if there's 7 in the box and they got 4 guys that are above average, I would begin to be kind of scared because that could cause some issues with our team because we don't necessarily see that many guys on the front 7 that can bring that type of pressure or have that type of skill set as far as speed, explosiveness, and also a defensive scheme that can bring some type of trouble our way. And then after that, it probably would be our secondary. You know, our front 7 is really good. I don't think our pass rush is getting there. You know, we're not necessarily getting a lot of sacks, but we do get a lot of pressures. And so I need to know, can those pressures not be there against teams with a better offensive line, though? You know what I mean? So this is when we have to play a team that got a really good offensive line. And if they got more time to not necessarily even get the pressures in a sack, how do our defense adjust, or what does our defense look like? Now, we don't have a lot of time on task because we haven't played against a lot of those teams. And so that's what I'm looking forward to see in the next couple of weeks when we play against some better opponents that may be in the playoffs. We can have a better evaluation of our weaknesses.
Yeah, before you go to the Cowboys, Law, I'll tap in as well. I think Twin hit the nail on the head, but to be more specific, I think our nickel corner is the question. Like, is Isaiah Oliver really going to be able to hold up? That's where we struggle, is the nickel corner, and also the right side, particularly Colton McKivitz, the right tackle, which is the biggest concern for me facing the Cowboys coming up. Trying to see Colton McKivitz on with Micah Parsons, how he's going to deal with that. That's the scariest thing about this game for me. But so that's how I would answer this question. What about you, Law?
I would say y'all full right side, but you know, I would say this.
Burford numbers look.
Burford
Burford
got 13 pressures allowed. Like,
yeah, Burford ain't it either, to be honest, right now.
Yeah. But I would say, of course, we have the need to stop the run on the edges. If we play hero ball, right? If we don't play disciplined football, especially against a team like a Kyle Shanahan's type of offense, then that could be a weakness for us. And then, of course, obvious, the red zone efficiency levels numbers are kind of like off right now. But as long as our defense is scoring, I'm not going to count that so much against my team. I do know that the emphasis is on the Cowboys because we are the Cowboys. Notice, mark this down, write this down. Nobody's talking about who's leading in interceptions this season, by the way, because that's not the narrative that the 4-letter, the 3-letter network like to pump out, because there's a quarterback with only one INT this year. But that's a whole nother storyline there. If I were to point out my team weakness right now, I would say linebacker will be a reservation and tight end play will be a reservation. Those are the two areas that we will have to strengthen. And I think that what the Cowboys been doing is trying to figure out who's going to be that dog one as a tight end, whether it be Jake Ferguson, Schoonmaker, Peyton Hendershot, who's been hurt, and then my guy Sean McEwen. I'm with the belief, bump all of those other boys, focus and utilize one, and that's Jake Ferguson. Sometimes when you're trying to get people involved into a situation, get them going, it could slow down the growth aspect of the guy that really need to get the ball, and that's Jake Ferguson.
Yeah,
I know that they want to do, hey, we drafted this dude with in the second round, Luke Schoonmaker. We want to get him going because we don't want to look like we lost any value in our second round draft pick on how we select guys. Forget all that political football stuff. Let's just focus in on Jake Ferg. Let him be the tight end one. And when you get into the red zone, money zone, focus in on him. And as far as my linebackers, it's all mentality. We got a guy that in games, he think about going through a gap, or he think about slow to go to the edge there, or slow to shoot through the B gap. And I'm not going to say his name, though, but I'll just say that we just have to go ahead and be that. The Fred Warner type of mindset. Shoot through there. You see hole, hit hole. Don't think about hitting the hole. If you're thinking about it, it's too late. And I do know that we're linebackers, slow until you know. But damn it, know a little faster, right? Get there and get to and pursue and get to the opposition. That's what we want to see. Hook to flat, get down, make the hit. And if we do that, it's a long night for the 49ers. Come on.
Let me say this much. I watched the Cowboys play the Cardinals. And I believe my guy had 220 rushing yards the Cardinals put up. And then I got to witness Niners beat the Cardinals. So I'm curious, man, how are the Cowboys going to stop this run game with CMC, Kyle Shanahan dialing it up? And we're going to the left side, just so you know. We're not even going to run to the right. We're going to run to the left side. Cowboys know it's coming. Can they stop it?
Yeah, they can stop it. Just don't play hero ball. The first big play for 44 yards, and I know the dude, the mannequin, as everybody call him over here, Joshua Dobbs, he's very athletic. And let's be real, man. Brock Purdy, he's athletic, but he ain't that athletic, right? He ain't able to pull the ball and tuck it and run for 44 yards like Dobbs did. And Parsons literally had him, but he went for the running back instead of the quarterback. And I think that running quarterback's been an Achilles heel to our team in certain facets, because we like to rally, chase, and make plays downfield or upfield, get upfield. So my thing is, can we stop the run? Yes. The team, look, in that game, you said 222 yards.
Yeah.
Guess how many yards were ran from the A gap?
I don't know. How
17. So Jonathan Hankins, big boy, is doing his job and stopping A gap runs, and Mozzie and the rotations of Gilmore, they are doing their job on stopping the runs through the A gap and some of the runs through B gap. It's just that when the teams get to the edge or pull and get to the edge, and if we're playing hero ball and somebody don't want to make the necessary, as I call it, shoot through the person, because you're supposed to do that. You got to see and take the engagement. You can't sit there and be wee-wooers. Sacrifice it and get through there. Shoot through. If you force side, you come down the field and make the tackle. And we can't be having players with business decisions out there. And especially if you're seeing not Trent Williams, because y'all got a dude from Notre Dame, big boy Banks. If you seeing that big boy pull, you're going to have to just hit him head up. Come on, LVE. It's going to be a game that they're going to pull that big old Banks, and you're going to have to meet him. Don't, what they say, twin, don't meet me there.
Beat me there.
Beat me there. Beat your feet. Get there. Yeah. Slow feet don't eat.
Hey, but it's another thing, though. So you guys, I think y'all number one this season in man coverage. You know what I'm saying?
We are. Yeah.
Brock Purdy is number one this year. And Brock against the man as well. So our strengths are kind of coincide with one another. And that means we got to see who's going to win that one-on-one battle. And one thing we do know, Brock might not have to run, but he can give out the little short passes to somebody like George Kittle or Deebo Samuels, and then you guys got to go out there and tackle. Stephon Gilmore going to have to go out there and tackle. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, he can do.
He's going to have to move his feet and not get juked from left to right like Christian McCaffrey has been doing. A lot of these guys on the edges. You see what I'm saying? And so then you guys got to worry about the play action fake, because even though you guys will bring that safety in the middle, Kyle Shanahan knows how to manipulate the middle of the field, man, to create open spaces. Because this year now, with the Brock Purdy, in previous years, you could condense that space because you didn't have to worry about verticality. You can only have to worry about stretching the field 53.5 yards. But now, because we've been getting more explosive plays by Brock Purdy, and now you guys can't be doing that anymore because he will throw the ball over the top. That was the one thing everybody used to always say: I can condense my defense and take away the middle of the field, or at least make it a little more harder. But now, since Brock is starting to stretch that thing out, I think they will put you guys in a predicament that y'all not accustomed to. How can you stretch it this way, as far as horizontally, and then also vertically with your defense? So I believe we'll have the opportunity to mess you guys up in that situation this year.
I got one word. How you say his name? McKivitz. That's we got Law. We got Sam Williams, Fowler, Armstrong. Hey, Parsons, you know what I'm saying? McKivitz, Burfict, and what's the other guy? What's the center name? I don't even know his name. Brendel. He gonna be Brenda. He don't have Tupac said Brenda got a baby. It's gonna be Brenda got a baby, because we gonna shoot right through there with Hankins and those boys. So like hey, Ron, you just hold tight right quick. I got to say this. It's just gonna be Brenda got a baby, because we gonna come up in there and our four gonna make sure all your kids won't grow. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen, twin. That's what's gonna happen, baby. Hey, come on, we gonna bring Cali style. We gonna be walking all over there because of y'all front, and you can only mask it for so long. I think the first quarter, the second quarter may be tight. It may be tight like on prom night, but I'm gonna tell you right now, brother, we coming. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. We coming.
I gotta say this.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no.
Look,
Get him right.
look, man.
Hey, we had some friendly fire. We was all friendly to this point. It's the 48 minute. It's the 49th minute mark. So in honor of the 49ers, we're gonna have to start talking some real stuff over here. Let's go.
Look, all's well talking about we stopped it last year, man. Here's the truth. Kyle stopped it last year. Kyle didn't start running the ball really until the second half. That's when we started having success. Kyle Shanahan sometimes gets a little too damn creative and gets in his head a little bit when he could just play to his strengths. The Cowboys' weakness is the run defense. They give up 110 yards per game.
How much?
Niners only giving up 110. You know,
Thank
every
you.
running back has a day. Every running back has a day. Now,
Wait. Hold. Pump your brakes now. That number is obscured, by the way, because we shut down Saquon Barkley. We shut down Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook. Come on.
You just said Breece Hall, Dalvin Cook, and somebody else.
Saquon Barkley.
Daniel Jones.
The Giants don't have an O-line, though. Don't have an O-line.
Oh, man. God.
And then you gotta talk about a guy by the name of Zach Wilson, who be out here knocking off and sniping all these Pumas and Wildcats and Bobcats out here. He ain't been focusing. He been allowing Aaron Rodgers to go out there and be running the play for the whole offseason. So y'all get him, who's not even ready. You know what I'm saying? So we got somebody like Brock Purdy who already beat you guys.
Wait a minute.
Quarterback for the whole process as far as this year for the first 4 games. And then we actually have a passing offense. We actually have a Deebo. We actually have who else? A Brandon Ayuk, a George Kittle. We have a plethora of guys out there that you guys haven't necessarily been ready to sit there and game plan for. And we do have Kyle Shanahan, and we have the number 1 quarterback against the what? Against the god doggone man coverage. And you got the number 1 high completed quarterback and the number 1 quarterback in QBR as well. So listen here, my guy.
Keep all that number 1.
You got to go to Walgreens, got to get you a plan B, and that ain't gonna work. You need to go see the god doggone people at Planned Parenthood try to get your plan C. So guess what? Y'all gonna be ready for what we got stuff for y'all. We coming this thing guns a blazing, and we're gonna have this purple haze out there in the Cali, and we're gonna burn some god doggone Cowboys. You see what I'm talking about in the Bay? Ain't that right, Ryan? We're gonna have that god dog Cowboy pack. We'll be putting that thing in the air. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And
It's an evil world we live in.
Okay. That's okay because at the end of the day, y'all already know, man. Y'all already know. Yeah. Come on, baby. At the end of the day, we're gonna be playing this song right here, baby. We're gonna be playing that song because you said all of that, bro. You said all of that, and that's good. And then you said, my God, like I'm not your brother. Come on now. You gonna say, my God. You gonna put me from brother status to guy status. Oh, it's personal. Hey, Ron G, he done made it personal now. He done made it personal. It's personal. So you mean to tell me you were speaking all of those wonderful accolades that Kyle Shanahan was able to do? Yeah, but let's see, because it's gonna be Sunday night, and we ain't gonna have a Kenny Pickett with tiny hands throwing the ball over here. And on top of that, we ain't gonna have a Matthew Stafford with a guy named Puka and Ray running routes over here. And we ain't gonna have Daniel Jones, who put up 12 points, by the way, on y'all, I believe. And it was a tight game. It was real tight until the fourth quarter. It was real tight, and they didn't even have a Saquon Barkley. So, hey, just get your lunch pail ready for Sunday night.
Hold on, bro. Y'all got Mac Jones giving away pardon gifts like God doggone United States do, God doggone Ukraine. He's giving gifts away. He's giving Deron Bland the God doggone first team All-Pro. He throwing the ball across his chest, a little bitty peewee arm he got. Look, you better chill out, man. They had two defensive coordinators over there as his offensive coordinator last year, and they don't even know what they're doing right now. They ain't got nobody to throw to. They got Bill Belichick ready to go ahead, go cash out his god doggone pension and retire because his team's suspect over there. So don't you get to talk about no Daniel Jones without mentioning Mac Jones.
But what Mac Jones did put up almost 300 yards on the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? They supposed to be number the top 10 defenses in the National Football League. So come on, man. So we shut him down. And I'm gonna say this though, it's gonna be a great game on Sunday night. And I can't wait to sing my song "We Them Boys." But it comes down to matchups. It comes down and it boils. I trust. Here's how it goes. I trust my defensive line more than you guys believe and trust your offensive line. And I think that the game is won and lost down in the trenches. I don't think that Ron G and Twin Maker, I don't think that both of you guys can stand tall and boldly with grace and mercy and say, hey, man, we trust our offensive line in this game. We trust our trench game.
I trust the left side of the offensive line. I trust the defensive line. I don't trust the right side, if I'm being honest. So, yeah. If I'm being real with you right now, the right side, I don't trust Burford. I don't trust McKivitz. And this is going to be the best test that they've faced all year. I mean, TJ Watt got 3 sacks on McKivitz. So, and Cowboys got just depth throughout, So it is the biggest concern. Now, I will say the Giants blitz Brock Purdy at an unprecedented rate, one of the highest rates in the last 7 years. And he was able to get that ball out quick. Now, it's different with the Cowboys because they can get after you with blitz. 4. Yeah. Right. It's not about blitzing. They'll just get after you with their 4 guys and then drop back into coverage. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this game. Honestly, both teams, like we had some guy on Twitter talking about the Niners haven't played nobody. Well, Cowboys ain't played nobody either, if we're being real, right? This is the first time both these teams are going to play a team with a winning record. So we'll see how it goes down. And I know we're all looking forward to it.
Hey, but Ron G, from a philosophy and scheme aspect, can we both agree? Can we all agree before I even say this, basically, that the Jets brand and caliber of defense is still cut from the same cloth of the mentality and the way y'all play defense? Don't be shaking your beard over there. How you saying no and he's saying yes? You know what I'm saying? Break it down, Ron. Break it down, Ron.
I'm worried about Quinn, man. Quinn seems to have the Niners number better than anybody. He held us to 19 points last time we faced him. Quinn knows Kyle Shanahan. Quinn knows what we're gonna do on offense. You guys got the team. Here's the thing, though. If Kyle just does what we do, we'll be okay. If he tries to be cute like he did last year, just run the ball, man. The Cowboys are not built to stop the run. They're built to come after your quarterback, and they're built in the secondary, but they're not built to stop the run. That's not who they are.
We build to play defense with the lead. So we go down there, punch y'all in the mouth, and if we get up at any point in any time of this game, it's going to be hell. because what we're trying to do is get you guys to overcommit to the pass, and that's what we want. And we want y'all to overcommit to the passing game. I do trust my passing defense. As you threw out that number, 111 yards on the ground, but can you look up that number on how many yards we allow by air? You know,
less than us. I think we allow 250. You allow like what, 180, something like that.
160 something, 169, something like that is way down there. But and of course, when you're blowing teams out, you know, and I seen your philosophy. This from Twin, he was saying, hey, the reason why y'all allow so many passing yards because y'all got the lead and teams trying to throw themselves back in it. Well, damn it, what you think we've been doing, huh, Twin?
But listen here, you know y'all are trying to do that. I'm gonna go back to what y'all talking about with the Jets. I'm gonna toss that out the way. Listen here, the Jets ain't got the god doggone culture that we do have. You know what I'm saying? The Jets they trying to get to where we are. You know what I mean? They don't have the bevy of god doggone all pro players on both sides, even though they may have an imitation. You know, it's just like saying they may have Harold Miner, but they don't got the Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? We the MJ of this thing. They left us. We still are the established.
Name me one DB better than Sauce.
Hey, Sauce right now, no matter how much sauce he got, he's only one player. You know what I'm saying? He may be Sauce Garner, but we got the whole god doggone factory over here. You know what I'm talking about?
Who better interior wise than Quentin Williams? Is it Armstead?
Hargrave.
Is it Hargrave?
You now see what Hargrave and god doggone Armstead is doing, the amount of pressures he's doing, and also the one and only Javon Kinlaw that came from the grave like Undertaker, and he put pressure on him too. You know what I'm saying? He pushing P. I ain't talking about young Gunner. You know what I'm saying? So y'all better be wary and be reary because we coming for y'all young fellas. You know what I'm saying? And then we don't have they don't got the offense that we got as well. So you gotta realize this is a three-phase sport. You got special team, you got defense, and you also got offense. The reason why the god doggone defense of the Jets was where they were, they had to be out there for a long period of time. You got the 49ers understand time of possession. We will give. Look, they only gave Breece Hall the ball 4 times. We gonna force feed god doggone Christian McCaffrey. He gonna eat. He gonna eat like a god doggone overweight person at Gold Corral got dog at the free buffet. He gonna eat.
Fat elbow eat. Okay, all right.
There's a total different scenario when you try to sit here in the Jets and the 49ers, bro. Come on, man. That's a whole different situation.
Let me get these non-value $2 super chats out the way. We're gonna turn the 49ers and cranberry sauce. All right. Defense gonna make Purdy look like the last pick. All right, we hear you talking. We gotta see it. We gotta see it transpire though. All right, man. It's been 58 minutes. I gotta get the takes, man. I gotta get your takes, Law. 27-17, 49ers are going to win on Sunday. That's my take.
Why? We'll break it down. How you get 27 points? How you get that? How you gonna get that 27 points? What's going on here?
The 49ers have had no less than 30 points per game this year. And then last week we had 35. So I'm giving y'all a little 3-point credit. I'm giving y'all 3-point credit. For Micah Parsons, you get 3 points minus deduction. So we're getting 27. We're going to hold you under 20. So I'm saying 17. 27-17 at home in Santa Clara. Niners victorious. That's my prediction, Law. What's your prediction?
Well, you know, I wanted my brother to go first, but that's okay, man. That's okay. Go ahead, Twin. You know, let's save me for last. You know what I'm saying? I'm the guest. I'm the guest.
Last time I checked, you came out the womb first. I thought you wanted to go ahead and take your rightful position, but that's okay though. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So look, at the end of the day, my man said 27 points. I think last year we had 19. That was with a rookie quarterback who only started half of the season at that time. You know what I mean? So again, he had more games than consistently put up 30+ points this year. So he's ingratiated himself in the offense. We have a better offense this year than last year as well. So if y'all couldn't stop that offense last year, only gave 19, and we playing better this year, I think that at the end of the day, we got too much firepower, you know what I'm saying? And y'all guys hadn't seen a team like us, and we haven't seen a team like y'all. But if you look at our resume, we'll be more consistent in what it is that we do compared to what you guys do well. So I believe, again, I just trust the 49ers. You guys go feel the pressure of the world because the expectation that y'all guys need to win. And we know one thing about pressure with one person. And and he ain't talking about the 3-letter network, but I'm talking about a person or player with 3 letters in his name. DAK. Go give it Elway. So y'all already know what it is. He gonna give us this beautiful gift, and he gonna be the one once again to prepare the 49ers to be victorious over the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lose-lose situation for us and our fan base, because we lose, it's the sky falling. We win. Oh, the Cowboys, see, they think they won the Super Bowl week 5, blah, blah, blah. But let me just say this.
Let me crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
Let me fertilize it just a little bit, man. You know, you talking about all of that glowy stuff. You couldn't name me the second DB on our team opposite of Trayvon Diggs last year. And of course, my guy Jonathan Hankins was coming off of an injury in that game too, by the way. So yeah, I would give you kudos and credence to that. And the biggest play that y'all had in that particular game, it took an illegal play from Kittles to get upfield because we were shutting him down with my guy, Jay Rock. Hey, he got a new number this year, by the way. You might have to look it up because you're going to realize it on Sunday night. Who's that guy just shutting down Kittles? Do they have, you're going to be like, can they order one of those illegal plays again? That's what's going to happen. On top of that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around the globe, we had a guy by the name of Noah. I can't catch nothing Brown last year, and a guy 33 in the third years of age named T.Y. Hilton. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Couldn't get the separation that much against your team. Boy, we got better weapons now, baby. And Tony Pollard. Hey, wait a minute. This is supposed to be my final word here. How you gonna be disrespectful and interrupt the legend over here, Law Nation, baby? You might have a longer beard, but sit back a little bit. You're supposed to be the baby boy. You're not the guy. You're the baby boy. So sit back just a little bit. Let me cook. Let me cook, man. Let me cook over here. So what I'm saying is that now it's time for Tony, yes, indeed, Pollard, to karate-size that, you know what, on those doggone 49ers. So I don't want to hear no more bang, bang, Niner gang. I don't want to hear that no more. I don't want to hear, because who going to be doing the banging? Oh, I can't say that. I can't say that. Paul. Well, who gonna be? I can't get out of it. But y'all know what the score gonna be. It's gonna be 30 points. Dallas Cowboys, DC for life. 49ers, 20.
10 points.
10 points. I said we're gonna win by 2 scores before the season kicked off. Am I lying, twin?
Hey, real quick. You guys are aware that when Brock Purdy and CMC start and finish a game together, 14 in a row, they don't lose. They haven't lost yet. Y'all gonna be the first?
Hey, we'll be Ray J. We're gonna Ray J.
This is where we hold them. This is where we
yes,
fight.
indeed, baby. That's what y'all go here.
Here we go.
Here we go, baby.
Here we go. Give me my thing.
Come on, baby. Yes, baby. Let's go. Let's get it, baby.
Oh man, too great, man.
Let's go.
We gotta get these super chats, man.
Yes,
we got a bunch. Twin and Ryan, would LVE fit in 49ers defense? Who's LVE? Why am I can't?
No.
Who's talking about? Who's talking about? LVE. Why can't I?
They linebacker.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, we're good over here. We're good over here with the linebackers.
I trade you straight up Fred Water for LVE.
I'm sure everybody would. Yeah, no.
He more of a coyote than instead of a wolf.
Hey man, watch, he gonna do a pick 6 this weekend for y'all talking bad about that man.
He better be on the 1 yard line, guys.
Yeah, he gonna scoop and score again. You know what I'm saying? How many touchdowns your linebacker scored? Come on, man. Hey, his PFF grade higher than Fred Warner's right now.
I don't remember what PFF. All is well. Will Purdy throw his first pick this game? I honestly think that's a possibility, man. He is, again, yeah. I know Niner fans don't like this. They're going to be mad about this, but it's the truth. He's 6th in turnover-worthy plays. He was kind of like that last year, man. Hasn't thrown one this year. Doesn't mean he's a bad quarterback. That's not what I'm saying, but it's going to happen at some point, and I can see it happening against these defensive backs when he's under pressure from this pass rush. So that don't mean we're going to lose, though, but it could. I could see him throwing with first pick. It's a possibility. For Life Niner says, who will get the first touchdown? Niners or Dallas, and what player? I'll let you guys answer this one.
Oh my God. Real talk, I need my team to score first. I like the way my defense look. when we score first, and if we score first, let's go.
Okay. All right. What's up with all these $2 super chats? You guys got to hit twin. Like, I'm not even monetized for it currently, right? Since August 16th. I'll be monetized again November 16th. But I feel like Law deserves at least $3 per super chat. That's my
$3 in relations to the 90s at least. Put 3 of them in there.
3 bones up in there. Let's see. He said, Twin, if you're scared, say you're scared. Cut the malarkey. Twin, you want to respond?
There you go, actually.
Yeah. How is that?
You gonna go to church?
Yeah, bro. We already again. We 4-0, man. We number 1 in our division. We got the top 5 offense and the top 10 defense. I mean, we've been consistently winning. Last time I checked, we didn't put y'all boys out to pasture. You know what I'm saying? We sent y'all home. We got a rookie quarterback from last year who's now gotten multiple opportunities this year. His 4th start right now, who's consistently been winning. What am I scared for? I got the highest rated wide receiver this year. I got the highest rated running back this year. I got the number 1 quarterback in QBR. Like, what?
Write that down. Write all that down, because every game, week 1, Daniel Jones better than Dak Prescott. Their offensive line is better than our offensive line. Their defense, they got coach of the year. I'm just telling you what the narrative been every single game for us. You know what I'm saying? The only time that they said we were supposed to win, we lost. So hey, I like this. That's okay, because every time we play, we got the inferior quarterback, we got the inferior team. We just winning by chance and these sorts of things. We got a coach that is outdated like Windows 95 and all of this stuff, and that's okay, because all we do, talk to me, because everybody, y'all the darlings. Look, y'all, no, y'all the darlings.
You had
Y'all
the
the
inferior
darlings.
quarterback. You had the you had the inferior quarterback last year in the playoffs. We seen y'all had this Madden play on 4th down at the end. Ezekiel, Elijah, Elliott at center. You know what I'm saying? So y'all did produce some Ricky-dink doggone play to end the game.
It's bullshit.
So it's not as if what they're saying when it comes to comparing the 49ers to the Cowboys, as if there's not no validity to it. We proved. Hey, we did our work. We showed our homework, and you seen that we checked to approve that we done what we were supposed to do. So don't say as if these people.
Wait a minute.
From thin air like Blues Clues, bro. We talking about truth right here.
No, bro. No, you're not. Y'all are giving the media darling attention every year in and year out. We are the people. Remember that movie back in the days, People Under the Stairs? We are the people under the stairs, the Cowboys, and they let y'all walk around with grace and mercy. And y'all been on a longer losing streak than us, as far as Super Bowls, by the way. It's been since 94 for y'all. But hey, all of a sudden in the last, wait a minute. All of a sudden, it's us. We the one that get all butt whooping from the 4-ladder, the 3-ladder networks. What can go wrong, will go wrong. Shouldn't that also apply to the 49ers? Even though y'all been to 2 Super Bowls, by the way, and even though y'all beat us last year. But the craziest thing is, Twin, and the year before that, but hey, the last time we beat y'all in playoff, what we did with it. Y'all ain't doing nothing with it. What we did with it.
You didn't beat us last year, so you still ain't
I'm talking about, I'm way in 85. I'm going way back 30 years ago almost.
One thing for sure, bro, you got 2 of the most winningest quarterback with all of this Dallas Cowboy lure y'all got. And y'all got the most 2 winningest quarterback who has yet to even make it to the division doggone championship game.
For context, let me jump in one more time. So you mean to tell me you have been able to do that with Jason Garrett over there, and we couldn't have do that? We couldn't have done that with Kyle Shanahan.
Tony Romo can have a 600% winning percentage, but all of a sudden in the playoffs, now the coach matter. So you can win throughout the regular season. You can win your division.
So you try to tell me coaching don't matter? Coaching don't matter.
When the playoffs come, you got excuses. You know
wait a minute. So you mean to tell me, as a franchise and organization, y'all would have been able to do marvelous things with Chan Gailey, Dave Campo? Now I'm gonna move my guy Bill Parcells out of the mix, because I think he would have been able to win with the 49ers, by the way. But with Jason Garrett, you think that you would have been able to still win games?
That ain't my problem.
We didn't hire Jason Garrett though.
Exactly. That ain't my problem.
I know that this ain't your problem, but what I'm saying is, for context, look, we are still held to a higher standard even than y'all, right or wrong.
Well, if they're going to be called America's team, they got to represent.
We didn't say give us that name. We didn't say give us that name.
Y'all hold on to it. You hold on to it.
Maybe that's just our name. And then
Hey.
there's also the results. We carry the lead as far as the money and remunerations.
Well, that's what you ain't carrying no W's in the playoffs. You know that for you got doggy. So let's hear it.
Hey, I could do this all day with y'all. I got another show at 10:30. I got to jump on. Let me pop through these real quick. She said, "Preach law. However, this game going to be lit. Bang bang.
Say it.
27-10. Megatron, does anyone think that Trey Lance will have some type of factor in this game? He does know the calls from the 49ers. Keep up the work. No, I do not.
Come on, Trey, give us all the secrets, man.
He not. I mean, the coaches can watch film and see what was going on.
Y'all still got to answer for that.
What he do last year?
Hey, he trucked your boy Michael Parsons twice in the first time we played. I had him almost want to snatch the helmet off of God doggone Brandon Ayuk. He was over there discombobulated. He wasn't looking like a lion. He was looking like baby Simba instead of Simba with the God doggone mane and God dog it. So I don't know what he was doing. You know what I mean? He still look. I don't know what y'all about to do because George Kittle gonna be up and down that middle. On y'all, you know what? You know what I mean?
Boy, this is a good show right here. But keep going, Ryan. I know Ryan got guests coming, man. Go ahead, Ryan.
B Wee says, "We coming, we here. It's our time. DC for life." All right,
yes,
I can't wait to just go back. We got so many receipts on this show. It's exciting.
Hey, 49ers, come on. Hey, y'all know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Go ahead and hold that L for me because
let's go, man.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go over here, man. McKivitz gonna be crying, baby. McKivitz gonna be.
Eric Stewart, the 49ers got all that until they play the Eagles because we own them. Yeah, man. See, Niners, what y'all should have done was go to Law's channel and hit me with some super chats because I feel like it's all Cowboys fans hit me with the super chats and I gotta read them if you pay the money. So this is what this has turned into. Law, twin, man. Yeah. I just want to say I appreciate y'all. I'm supposed to go on a show with somebody at about 1:30, so I got to dip out. But I really appreciated this, man. This is what I've been looking forward to all year. That's why I'm like, twin, you got to hit up Law, man. Let's do this thing because last year we did it and I barely even talked the whole time. And this year I gotta get a little edge in. It's just fun to watch.
You had to jump in.
I had to jump in a little bit this time, but. Man, it's great to have you, Law, man. I really appreciate it. Every time the Cowboys play the Niners, we got to do this. This game is going to be lit. It's going to be exciting. Anything else you guys want to plug or talk about before we end this up?
All I want to say is that my brother, he got 490 subscribers. Yeah.
Oh, twin. Yep. Go subscribe.
So y'all be sure to hit that subscribe button, man. You know, he's a very good brother. He's not a good guy, but he's a good brother. You know what I'm saying? And continue to support him on his grind. But also, if you guys are new to this, my name is Law Nation. You can hit me up on most platforms under Law Nation Sports, and you'll see my face, name, and logo. And you know, we go back and forth with each other, but let's be real. This is the real rivalry right here. 19-1. And this is what football is supposed to look like. Healthy banter back and forth. My brother twin who I can't stand him this week, you know. But I still love him, you know what I'm saying? But I can't stand
3 days.
Yes, indeed.
We talked for 3 days. As long as we went since I don't know when.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. So and I know, you know, he had me stretched out like Family Guy in 1994 when Prime PI'd my guy Michael Irvin. And it was a PI, Brian G. It was a PI. He PI'd him. And then in 95, we took Prime and we won the Super Bowl. And it beat another team that I can't stand, the Steelers. So it was like a double win, a quadruple win, however you want to feel it. But I want us to get back to these days. And I think my Cowboys dropped the ball the last 2 times because it's supposed to be back and forth. That's what a rivalry is supposed to be like. So Cowboys this Sunday night, man, let's play a clean game and let the game begins, man. Let's go.
And no injuries, man.
No injuries upon no one, man.
Nobody. Nobody, man. I want a good game. And also, man, even for the fans, I know it's a hated rivalry, man. Still have some decorum too as well. There's a way where we can sit here, go back and forth, healthy banter, man. But hey, at the end of the day, man, don't get disrespectful, man. It's because we both fans of football, man. And I know it's a heated rivalry. It's right there towing that line, you know what I'm saying? But total line, but don't cross it, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, hey, y'all all get ready, get your popcorn ready. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you put the kids to bed early on Sunday night. You know what I'm saying? Take them to the early church service if you need to. You know what I mean? You know, even go send them over to a babysitter if you got to. You know, do whatever it is you need to do. So make sure you don't got no on interruptions, no excuses on Sunday night.
And take off Monday. Take off Monday morning. Take off Monday morning.
We might have to take off Monday because look, I know my brother might not look. He probably might not do a show until on Tuesday because he gonna have to sit here and realize he gonna say once again, not once,
I might show
twice, but 3 times.
Yeah, Twin and I have a show every Monday at 9 a.m. PDT, so we'll be on live.
Shoot me that link, man. Shoot me that link.
Yeah. And what time's your show on Monday? Because I might need to pop through depending on the outcome of this.
Hey, man, I notification game my shows, man. I don't have a direct time right now because I just notification. So I'll be playing while it's in the air, bro. So but shoot me that link. I wouldn't mind jumping in. You know what I'm saying? Keep me right here in the middle. I want to see y'all faces Monday morning. Yeah, let's go.
All right. I think you might. Real quick, they paid the money. I gotta do it. GTC says I got a new channel to troll. I think he's talking about you. GTC is good people. He's just give me a hard time. All I ask is the Landry shift from V. All right. We'll see.
All I ask.
You know, that's what we do. That's what we do when we win. That what we go. Look, she a diehard right there. Let's go.
Yeah, GTC. If we all win, y'all cry like Pat Bev. I appreciate it. Hey, no more super chats, man. I gotta get up out of here.
You gotta get up out of here. Unless y'all send 1,000,
you can send 1,000 and we'll oblige it. But yeah, like Twin said, man, it's just football, it's just sports, it's just entertainment. Some of my best friends are Cowboys fans. It's just a good time. Just make sure you have a good time and enjoy it. I'll be back Monday with this fellow right here, Twin Empire, maybe Law if he's up for it. I don't know, depending on the outcome of the game. We'll see what goes down.
Prize picks, y'all be sure to check them out. The link is in the description.
Yep, and then both these gentlemen's channels is in the description as well. And make sure if you're not subscribed to my channel, you are. I appreciate y'all. We'll see you soon.